All right, so it's December 2nd, and we are firmly into winter at this point here as far as Chicago weather goes. And you can see most of the leaves have already fallen. Everything is firmly well into dormant time at this point. Everybody's in night mode. Everybody's gone to sleep. There's nobody with any leaves on. Everybody has shed everything. And look at the place. It actually looks much open with the leaves gone. Otherwise, it was like a jungle in here not too long ago. We have this pomegranate over here. It too has gone to sleep. But what I wanted to make a video about real quick was actually a question that keeps coming up repeatedly anywhere you go, you look at any kind of forums. How much do you water? When do you water? If you water at all? And typically the answer is very simple. You water every couple of weeks or every 2 to 3 weeks, also depending on the situation. You have to actually look and observe what your soil is doing and what is actually happening. A good example actually is I found here earlier, and I thought this would be a perfect time to make a video. If you look here, you can actually see, this is one of the ones that actually you can see here, this gap that has formed up here. This actually used to be full. But now what happens is as the water evaporates, as it leaves the bag or the container, whatever the case may be, the soil actually shrinks. The soil actually shrinks, contracts, and all of a sudden you end up with this gap here in between where you see that there's a, you can actually put my, I could probably put my whole hand down there. So this actually means that it is very dry. It needs water. So it would be a good time to actually add water. And I brought a cup full of water here. Typically for this, you could do about maybe, I don't know, like 16 ounces every couple of weeks. It'd be all right. But it's all depends on your situation also. You have to look to see how it is behaving. In this scenario, you can see that actually how sparse and how very dry the soil has become. The problem also comes is when you actually just dump water, that's a no-no because the soil in this state actually has become hydrophobic, meaning that the soil does not like water anymore. It rejects it. So what you can see here, if I put this water down here, it'll just sit there and will just run off. But if you let it sit there for a few, you can see that it actually is getting absorbed slowly and going in. But if I pour it more, it'll just run off. So you don't want to run off water. You poured that, it's evaporated, it actually absorbed slowly, and then you can add some more. And you continue to do this, it will actually fill back out in the bucket at this point, like where you can see how much it has receded. We can actually continue to add more water till it actually fills out. But do you actually need to do it right away? No, not necessarily. The key is that you don't want to necessarily dry it out completely to the point that it's starved of all nutrients and it doesn't have enough energy come springtime to actually jumpstart and get growth going. But yeah, that's all there is to it. There's not much else to it. I'm gonna actually go around, check all of them, and actually you can see this one also here. It definitely needs some water. It's very dry. Several of them inside are also in a similar situation, but this was actually far more easier access to actually do a video right there on the edge. But that's all there is to it. It's not very complicated. All right, Chicago Zone 6A now. We're no longer in 5B. We are in 6A at this point. So that's it. Out.